What am I, early this week? Ain't no Los, ain't no Brett.
That's what you get? Think you're coming for our predictions, Connor? Not today!
Alright.
This was completely I'm the champ! Yeah.
Yeah, so I wore my Midwest Midcard shirt to defend the honor of this podcast. Welcome to episode 54 of Midwest Midcard. The first three-way. The first triple threat.
Threesome.
Sure. I wouldn't say that. What do they call it so triple threat is a WWE term.
Yep.
What do they call it elsewhere? Three-way?
Three-way, probably.
Yeah, probably three-way.
Three-man.
Maybe.
Three-man. Ooh, that's a good one, too, yeah.
I think it's crazy how conditioned we are to use WWE terms.
I know, right? Literally.
Like everything. I don't really say PLE.
Nah, it's
But I know
still
people
pay-per-view.
I had to figure out what the first time I figured out what that meant actually was during the WrestleMania kickoff, a few weeks ago, where Michael Cole was like, premium live event. I'm like, paper leave. I was like, what the fuck does that even mean,
What is
man?
he talking about?
Fun trivia fact for you two. Do you know who came up with the term triple threat?
Who?
Jim Cornette and Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Really?
Yes, he came up with triple threat, and then Jim Ross was like, called him up once and was like, what's that match you got? Them three guys against each other? He's like, triple threat, and explained all the rules.
Yeah.
And then they started using it as like the out to not have the champion get pinned.
Yeah. That's a very southern booking decision,
Yeah.
for sure. Because they love to protect their champs. That's where the dusty finish comes from, pretty much.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty wild, though. Cornette?
Yeah.
I know.
Cornette's a genius, bro.
I mean, listen, folks are not fans of Cornette.
I know our boy Zach loves Jim Cornette.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
he fucking loves him. It's because he's from Kentucky.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? Before we continue, we get too into this, I wanted to encourage everyone to make sure that you leave a like, make sure that you super kick that subscribe button, and then on Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
iTunes.
sure, other platforms, make sure you leave a 5-star review.
That's right.
Logan, I don't know if the camera picks this up, but the DX shorts are crazy, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Those are DX Shawn Michaels In Your House 1997 inspired.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty
Those
dope.
are nasty.
I really wanted the Montreal Screwjob ones.
Yeah.
But they've been sold out forever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I need to stop buying wrestling merch for sure.
Nah. They're coming out with too much cool shit now.
It's an issue, man.
The problem is that there's too much nostalgia, man.
Yeah.
Like everything's the Attitude Era, and then I'm like, that's pretty.
There's a
that's pretty
whole
fire.
section on WWE Shop that's just like retro, and they're just literally bringing back the old shirts.
Yeah, I mean, I have a few of the reissues. I'm not crazy about Fanatics. Fanatics, I think, is kind of bad, but I like the reissues.
Yeah.
I just like that they have that Austin 316 one, of course. Like the D-Generation X, a bunch of like Undertaker, Stone Cold, like NWO shirts, some WCW stuff. So if you still want an iconic wrestling shirt, you can still get it. Did you know? Well, this is a little bit of trivia. So I own NWO Wolfpack shirt.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I own it, I do like the Wolfpack, but I bought it because there we go, too sweet. Yeah, I guess the Wolfpack did.
It's just too sweet.
The Wolfpack shirt, Kendall Jenner wore it during like New York Fashion Week, and I was like, that's pretty dope.
Why'd she have that on? She has no idea who they are.
Well, probably not. I mean, I don't want to like discredit her, but
She dated Bad Bunny, don't she?
she did. Yeah.
So she probably knows a little bit about wrestling.
He's probably like, all right, we gotta watch
Yeah.
Bash at the Beach '94.
Yeah, 94. Yeah, that's what I was about
I'd
to
say after a few late nights, she's woke up in a wrestling T-shirt a few times.
Facts.
Probably. He's got that really dope WWF racing shirt.
Dude,
Remember that
thing's
coat that he
Or
wore?
jacket,
sick,
sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing's amazing.
I've seen it somewhere, and it's not super expensive.
Had to blur that one out.
Yeah, but I'm like, when am I gonna wear?
Nah.
When am I gonna wear this? And Logan, can you Come up a little bit close to the mic.
Yeah, how
You're
about
good.
that?
Perfect. That's perfect.
Perfect.
I'm not even gonna edit that. Fuck it.
Yeah,
You know what? Let's. So we have Elimination Chamber.
bang.
We'll get there. First, kind of an eventful SmackDown and Raw, I would say.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Now, but you know what? I'm like all over the place right now because I'm like not at 100%. I did want to ask you, Logan, if you didn't watch last week's episode, we did a breakdown of Brennon's first official match, I guess, after taking a few bumps.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you watched it because you
yeah.
love this show.
Yes.
And do you think I was hypercritical?
It's very hard to judge the very first time.
Yeah.
But like me and him was actually discussing earlier, that suplex, like flawless. He's talking about it, like how he took it and stuff. I was like, it's pretty hard to mess up a standard suplex. You weren't getting Tazplexed or snap Germaned or dragon suplex. Like you took a very clean suplex. Like
absolutely.
Like the fact that the suplex was hit and it wasn't immediately covered or turned into a perfect plex, that disappoints me. We need to talk.
It's hard to an arch. I don't know, like that's athleticism, like crazy athleticism.
Oh,
to
absolutely.
do that like Northern Lights.
Oh, I couldn't do a Northern Lights.
No.
I wouldn't trust nobody to protect my neck like that.
No,
Hell no.
I get fucked up. Like
Yeah.
I would never take a what's Joe's
Samoa. That's exactly the person I was thinking about.
yeah,
Yep.
No.
I would
The
never.
Samoan Buster or whatever. It's
Yeah,
called.
The muscle buster.
the muscle buster.
Samoan Buster.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's what me and him was talking about, because like I said, dude, you did so good on that suplex. He's been at my house before, and I've gave him a package pile driver on the trampoline. Dude, his head's like this far from the ground. I
Yeah.
was like, bro, I got you. You're safe. But like that trust, that's a lot.
That's a lot of trust.
Oh, yeah.
I don't fuck with that too much.
It goes a long way.
I'm not one to be like, yeah, fucking package pile driving.
Yeah.
No, that's wild. But yeah. So anyway, big return on SmackDown. You could say Dwayne The Rock Johnson, that I like to call.
Dwayne the Cock Johnson.
Okay. So you seem to have an opinion.
I'm sick of hearing about this motherfucker, man. But I have high hopes for Dwayne.
Yeah.
I do. Let's just, because what really sold me is when he said, Cody Rhodes, at WrestleMania, we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that you lose at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
He pointed at Roman Reigns whenever he said it.
Yeah.
And then whenever they held up the ones, Dwayne held up the L.
The L. I think he's just not very like.
I don't know. I really think that he meant to do it like that.
I think that's
He's
just,
got that arthritis in his hand.
He could that could be his like sign of like, I'm gonna turn on you at WrestleMania.
I think that's just the steroids, man.
He's like,
I'm telling you,
you're welcome.
he probably has an issue. I mean, I'm fucking around, but do you think that like the fact that he's like so muscular would make it hard to like
No,
go like that?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I got a feeling.
I would actually hate that. I don't need The Rock turning on Roman until after he loses. Once he loses, sure. But before then, I'm okay with like the whole, endgame type ending. Everyone comes to the ring, everyone gets involved. Cody finally wins. I'm very okay with all of that. But I don't want The Rock to turn on Roman. I think that would cheapen the win.
Yeah.
Even with a match that is probably going to have a ton of interference.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Now the crazy like swerve would be if they don't have any interference and the match just ends.
Just clean all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really how you're gonna push Cody the best, is if you make it clean. Like I think the interference on Monday is gonna make them start tightening up. Maybe Pierce or somebody's gonna be like, hey, you guys interfere at Mania, it's gonna cost Roman. Then Roman's gonna be like, nah.
That was a double fine for Jimmy, man.
Yeah. Fuck Jimmy.
I thought
Jimmy Uso.
I thought JBL was about to come out whenever Jimmy started ringing that bell like that, bro. I'm like, holy shit.
You're like, oh my god, Bradshaw.
Yeah, literally, man. Hell yeah, let's go.
About The Rock, I was actually like legitimately. I'm not trying to be funny or anything. I watched it. I enjoyed it. I was smiling while the promo was happening. But it was more like I was happy that it was happening. I was happy that The Rock was like full, going heel, whatever. But
He just has some weird ass cheap shots that he get. Shut up, fatty! I'll slap the herpes off your lip. He said, like.
The only fun part to me is the fact that since he's here and he hasn't done his thing since really the Attitude Era, I feel like he's allowed to blur that line a little bit. It's more towards what MJF does in like AEW, and you're like, oh, he couldn't do that in WWE.
Yeah.
Well, The Rock is on that blurred line, and he can get away with it.
I just wish he was less of The Rock from the Attitude Era, and he was just like a new version of himself. But that's just like me just being
Oh,
fickle.
if he was fucking corporate Rock,
yeah,
like he was actually throwing some weight around, like, do you know what board I'm on? Like, I own this bitch.
yeah,
like that would be a sick
I think that'd
Rock.
be really cool. Yeah, and that would be like a brand new twist on like
True.
corporate Rock, because he's been like
He was
corporate
the corporate
Rock.
champion.
Yeah, the corporate champion.
Exactly. Yep.
But he's never been like the actual board of directors.
Yeah.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what we need, especially with like the way it looked on at the kickoff. He was like telling Triple H like he was actually talking to him like he was his employee.
Yeah.
Like, you need to fix this. You need to do something about
Well,
this.
like when Triple H came out on Smackdown, it's like some people think they got power around here. If he was like, "Nah, bitch, I do have power around here,"
Yeah.
like,
Shut up, bitch.
yeah.
The decisions go through me, man.
Tomorrow morning when you're in a meeting, I'm on the board. I'll tell you what time.
But to me, The Rock, he's given midlife crisis for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Facts.
So
He's struggling in there, man. You can tell he has to try to think about what he's going to say in there.
he definitely, and I think that's the thing. It, like,
It's not fluent for him
it's not
anymore.
coming naturally.
Exactly.
And that doesn't really, like, I'm not against it. It's just like, I don't know. And it's hard. He has to put it on more than before. Before he was just like living it. But
Yeah, true.
I wonder how his relationship with Triple H is nowadays, though.
I don't know.
Because, I mean, they're no boys at all.
They're not boys.
No, neither was Sean.
I'm sure him and Sean are not tight at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, him and Hunter had pretty long rivalry and stuff. I'd probably say they're at least comrades.
They're like professional
Yeah.
Acquaintances.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like-
it's WWE. Everybody's professional
for the
I mean,
most part.
yeah,
Tony
facts.
Khan. What?
Yeah.
Did somebody hear that?
Who?
Bitch ass
been a
con.
minute
There's
since
only
we talked
one
about
real
any
con in
AEW
this
on the show.
business. Jacksonville
God.
Jaguars suck balls.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. I don't give a shit about the Jags.
Now we rep Bengals, Detroit, and Steelers in this.
Fuck the
podcast,
Steelers, man. Absolutely, I don't rep the Steelers. The Steelers are not allowed anywhere near this podcast. Unfortunately, Logan has to rep the Steelers. But no, I am completely against it. I don't support it. I want the record to show that I do not support the Steelers at all whatsoever.
Hater.
Solo Sikoa. That hoodie, man. What is it hiding?
Bro, literally, he
Bare
literally
feet.
comes out there like, "Ha! You probably didn't know it was me, did ya? Who
Bare
else does the
feet.
spike?
Giant ass tape thumb.
Yeah.
But I got a hood on, so you don't know who the fuck
Yeah,
I is.
literally, man.
It's like, who else comes out with that gear?
Literally, nobody.
Maybe like Jimmy once,
Yeah,
and that's it.
maybe.
It's like, it's probably Solo, like 80% Solo, 20% Jimmy.
Yep.
He factored in the ending that, you know, we got a little replay from WrestleMania. Drew beat Cody. That was his first pinfall loss since Brock, probably.
Yeah, no, that's
I
only
wanna
the
say-
third time he's ever been pinned
Yeah,
since
and
he's been back.
that's pretty wild. I mean, they obviously lost the tag team titles, but I think Jey
Jey
took the pin.
took the pin. Yep.
Jey stays taking pins, man.
Bro, man, Jey, he's the same rating in 2K24 as Gunther, but he's lost 100 times more.
He is he's a new jobber now that Rey Mysterio
is out for the moment. Yeah, man.
he's a new one doing the jobbing nowadays.
Do you think that them letting Drew get the victory over Cody is like a big push for him in an Elimination Chamber?
I think it's a huge win against, even if
Seriously.
he won with interference, that's like crazy momentum.
It's an insane win, but it also like it tiptoes on the whole thing of Solo doing that same shit at Mania. Then he pulls it at Raw, and that's gonna make Cody like start thinking. That's gonna make the whole thing start playing in a little bit more.
Absolutely, man.
Does he wear a turtleneck? Or like, what does he do?
He just goes and gets a neck brace. Since he
Yeah.
had the face mask when Ray broke his nose, he just starts wearing a neck brace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, I would hate that so much. It would be funny as hell. But I would hate that he just comes out with a neck brace.
They could put the tattoo on the front of it. They could sell like 1 million of them on WWE Shop.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't tell me about selling merch. I'm all over that.
I tell you what I do love though is Pat McAfee being in there and him like putting his like NFL touch
Yeah.
on
Telecaster.
WWE. Oh, bro, it's incredible. Like that's exactly what we need, man.
I think he's a really good addition to like the commentary team to be like the guy that kind of like a casual fan for the most part.
Yeah.
He knows some shit, but it's also like he's just reacting.
Exactly, because it's funny because he said something. He's like, Cody could be going and taking a dump at a truck stop. He said he could be getting jumped by the bloodline, and Cole looked over at him like, why did you just say that on live television?
Yeah.
Literally,
The funniest one to me was like they had the camera on the announce desk, and he's like, Cody's asking him. He goes, "So Pat, what am I supposed to do with the chicken nuggets?" And he's like, "You just shove them up your ass." And Michael Cole just busts. He's just dying.
Yeah, he's a great addition, man. He really is. I like the drawing on the people and like the instant replay and all that shit. Like it is cool. It is cool. It puts a new touch on things.
The presentation of Raw is like just so much better now. They darkened
The ring, the apron,
LED, the LED stuff. So they put like a black background Raw logo. Even the little LEDs like around the arena, those also have like their black background Raw logo, kind of like neon looking.
Yeah.
And then the crowd is lit up now. Like you can see the crowd. It's not like just like red.
Yeah.
And now I don't know if that's like before because of attendance they were like trying to hide it a little bit, or if it was just like
Attendance been hot for a minute.
So I assume it was a Kevin Dunn thing at this point. Kevin Dunn.
We might be seeing like just stuff they're trying out for Netflix. I mean, that's gonna get here before you know it.
Absolutely,
they definitely showed out on Raw. I mean, they were fucking Michael Chandler.
Yeah, they had the Netflix people right behind Cole and McAfee,
literally right behind them,
like
man.
losing it. Half the beer's gone. Like they're having time of their life.
Yeah, if I was like working, if I was the guy that like does the beeps, can, if you don't know on TV, you have like a 15-second delay. So if someone says something you're not supposed to, you can beep it out or you can cut it out. The guy that has to do that with Michael Chandler, I was like, he's like sweating bullets.
He's like, shit. He's like, get your ass out here, boy.
Yeah, I thought he was about to say something like crazy.
Yeah, man.
And he's like out of all that UFC guys, like he's pretty reserved for the most part. I mean, like, at least you don't have like Izzy or just fucking even McGregor there.
Yeah.
Just like,
who the fuck is this guy?
But corporate synergy, UFC, WWE. They're the same company now.
They're doing it out here, man.
That's
really,
so fucking crazy.
It's so weird. It blew my mind. They just kept showing these like boxers and UFC fighters. I'm like, I mean, I understand,
but what is like?
But this is the WWE.
But they're not strangers to this. I mean, Ken Shamrock, UFC champion.
Absolutely.
Dan Severn, UFC champion.
Brock Lesnar,
of course.
Bobby Lashley,
Bobby
Batista,
Lashley,
Batista, Bellator.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't Brock have a fight as a WWE employee, or was that in between contracts?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yes, he did. Because he
guess.
actually won and then failed the drug test.
Yeah, that's what it was.
True.
He fell for steroids or something. I mean, he's doing steroids for sure.
Oh, man, bro, yeah.
There ain't no question about that.
Yes. I forgot all about that.
Do you think that when Raw... Is it just going to be Raw on Netflix? Like, it's not SmackDown?
Mm-mm.
SmackDown's going to USA, and NXT is going to the CW.
Okay,
Yeah.
I fuck with it. Hell yeah. Do you think that... So, Netflix, they don't really blur out any, like, cuss words or anything. You think Raw will still stick to that?
They're probably...
There's a lot of stuff they're discussing right now, including Blood, TV-14.
Yeah, man. We need to bring the TV-14 back for sure.
There's a lot of, like... Cody is the one. Cody needs to bleed at least once, you know? He's like such a good bleeder.
Oh, yeah.
The blonde hair, like...
It just is such a good visual.
I know, but he's also like the guy for the kids, so it's like...
Exactly.
But I mean...
If he bleeds one time at Mania and it's good.
Yeah.
And then he overcomes like a sneaky solo spike and a Roman spear and still hits that Crossroads and he's holding that title and the confetti. Ain't nobody gonna give a shit if he looks like fucking Kool-Aid Man.
He's gonna look like a fighter at that point.
Yeah.
And it's I guess Austin is the one match where they're like bloodied up. But most WrestleMania main events don't even have blood.
Nope.
Vince bled during 17, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you blurred that out, Vince.
Yeah.
Remember to cut that out. So what other... Trying to think of another main event where they bled.
Triple threat.
Yeah, Shawn and
Triple
H.
I've
and Benoit.
never seen that match.
Yep. Oh,
You've never seen that
What?
match? Bro. Bro, that fucking match
Bro,
is
you have to
good.
bro,
Like,
cold
okay,
chills.
look, we at Midwest Midcard do not condone any of the actions done by Chris Benoit, but that motherfucking match is good.
So good. You have to watch
So
it.
good.
It just tempers like my enjoyment. I'll throw it on one day.
You need
It's-
to.
it's
It's
good.
really,
Maybe
really,
I'll put
really
like
good.
Stevie Richards' face over Benoit so I can watch it. I know he's a good wrestler. I've seen like his WCW stuff, and he's really good. And like he reminds me so much of Danielson. It's insane.
Have you ever
Dennison
seen?
reminds you of Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
Have you ever seen a Benoit Angle match?
No.
Oh my!
And, bro, it's so
I'm telling
technical, so good. Have you watched like any like WWE Benoit?
No, because when I was like heavy, I started watching. I want to say that 06 was like my first exposure.
Okay.
But I had like, to me, it was only like John Cena, Rey
So,
Mysterio. That's
Like 2005-ish, I believe. You'll have to help me on the timeline. When they came out with the WWE tag titles, like the one that Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas
Blue
had.
and the red
Yeah.
ones. Yep.
Fucking Benoit and Angle were a tag team and fought Ray and Edge.
So that was the
tag
SmackDown
titles.
6.
Yes.
The SmackDown 6
Okay.
era. Yeah.
Later on, when Benoit and Angle lost those titles, that started a huge rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
You've never seen two fucking technicians absolutely go hard.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's hard. And like, I'm going to look like such a fucking loser now. Because that's the one part of wrestling history I don't know.
Yeah.
You want to talk
It's
about
hard to watch it.
Yeah.
I get it, but
And so I came in 06. It was Cena and Ray, pretty much.
no.
And just stuff on like YouTube. That's it. Like, and YouTube was brand fucking new.
Yeah.
So every video was like, that song with what the fuck is it called? Paralyzed by Finger 11.
Oh
No.
Jesus!
I was gonna say Chocolate Rain, but
So every edit had that song. And I watched a lot of like Rey Mysterio, like Royal Rumble highlights. Like that was like the first stuff that I started watching. And I don't know if it was like later on, but I just never ran across Benoit until later on, and I learned about it. And like now, like reading about it actually kind of like scares me, which I've said this before on the podcast. I'm like, I don't. It makes me like a bad feeling.
So you don't really know like Benoit as like a wrestler, like you do obviously, but
Mhm.
like you just know mostly about him from what he did.
Yeah, and he was in the 02 Rumble. He won
2004, yep.
04, yeah.
But I think he was in 2002 Rumble, and I watched that recently. And
No.
I mean, that was a pretty good Rumble.
So what? So you honestly, like, I know what he did was fucked up, but you watched some of his shit in the WWE, like earlier WWE days, till like right before he passed. I'm telling you, it'll change your perspective on Chris Benoit. I know he's like seriously one of the best wrestlers of all time. Like
Yeah.
seriously of all time.
And like that's a pretty hot take to say. Well, and like there's like a really
If
touchy,
you're talking in ring,
In ring
Yes.
abilities, absolutely.
him,
man.
Bret Hart, Bryan Danielson,
Kurt Angle.
like
Sean.
you being like, I don't want to say like we're all different generations or nothing, but like how fans take Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr.,
Mhm.
Angle and Benoit.
Yeah, I'm sure. I bet. I love a Zack Sabre Jr. and
He's in like
Danielson
a
match.
different wrestling like era than we
Just
are.
slightly though.
Well,
That's the
and
Very
thing.
little, yeah.
It's because like my heavy years were like the worst, you know, like 09 to like 14,
Oh,
and
man.
then like I've been watching ever since pretty much. But my formative years were like pretty much like Punk, Edge, Cena, Triple H like on the tail end, Shawn on the tail end, Taker on the tail end. Like they were unable to build new stars. It was crazy.
My like hardcore years were like
Ruthless aggression, probably.
it was honestly like beginning Attitude Era years because
Really?
I remember like watching The Rock versus like Rikishi and shit like back in the day. Like, I had to be like 5 years old watching this shit.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, and we had Lucha in Mexico, so like I watched Lucha stuff that was like whenever it was on TV. And
Yeah.
Lucha, AAA has some stories, but for the most part, like CMLL, you can just pick up and watch a match and enjoy it,
Yeah.
and that's what people normally do anyway. So, Mystico was like huge.
So
like-
when he was gonna be Sin Cara, you probably lost your shit.
I was so fucking excited. Like that was like I was like this is like the biggest like Mexican signing they can do, and it was at the time. That's like the like top free agent. I don't even know if there's anybody in that level anymore. Truly, like maybe Vikingo, but Vikingo doesn't connect with people the way Mystico did. Mystico was on fucking like TV shows.
I felt like the closest, and I may be off because I don't really know how he translates in Mexico, but I would have probably said Pentagon was at that level.
Penta is pretty damn popular, but he's also like a fan. He's a fan favorite. I would say Psycho Clown is probably a little bit more popular than Penta. Penta just has like a lot of like American fame. He does like a lot of American indies. In Mexico, we'll probably say Psycho Clown. If Dr. Wagner Jr. is still active, he's old as hell.
I think he won a title the other day.
Okay, well he's still ultra popular. You have people like Volador Jr. He's in CMLL. Penta, Phoenix. They're pretty popular, but like I just don't think that they're just like they just don't have their John Cena anymore. No. And Sin Cara was like the John Cena of like CMLL for a very long time.
Hell
so
yeah.
It's just I mean that was huge. They did a press conference for him. Jim Ross was there. He came out with the Mystico mask, and then he took it off, and it was like the Sin Cara one. So I remember this very clearly, like very, very clearly. It was huge. But anyway, enough yapping, man. What else? Jey Uso versus Gunther. You watched that match? The whole thing? Yeah, it was pretty fucking crazy, honestly. I thought Jey had him for sure.
Bro, from what I read, Jey was actually booked to win this match.
I feel like they're trying to throw off like the dirt sheets now.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I wanted him to win it. I like Jey a lot. I think a singles title is great, but I think they're really just leading us towards him and Jimmy at Mania.
Absolutely, for sure. Yeah, brother versus brother. Yeah, that's gonna be really cool.
Are you gonna hate the match though? Is it gonna be a good match?
It's gonna be better than Jeff versus Matt. That was a travesty.
I'm gonna put up a bet right now. If there is less than 20 super kicks, I'll eat my hat.
That's a very common saying around here. Eating your hat.
I don't fucking wear hats.
I don't even know like what the match would be. Jey is a good dance partner. Like he is very good.
We'll probably do tribal combat.
You think? I think that would be pretty cool. I think they should totally do a street fight for sure.
No,
Facts, yeah.
They would benefit from doing a street fight,
and it'd be fun to do that.
You know what? Do a parking lot brawl. Fuck it.
There you go.
Like a Goldust, Roddy Piper type deal.
Oh shit.
That would be pretty fucking sick.
Time to dust off the O.J. Simpson footage.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that completely. But Goldust had like a golden convertible or something like that. I think it'd be funny if like Jey comes in like a like a black Cadillac or something, and like they start fucking going at it in the parking lot.
Oh, if he does a lowrider while he's doing the thing, the whole stadium is losing their shit.
Oh, absolutely, man. It's the next level.
Damn, I wonder what the setup would be like if you could like have like a, you know how they used to do like the Buried Alive matches.
Oh yeah.
I wish you could do like a parking lot brawl within the arena, so you don't have to like.
I mean, essentially, it would kind of be like what Austin and KO did.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
True.
Sure.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just think it'd be cool to like
a stage that big. You better put some weapons on it.
Yeah. Tribal combat. That's kind of where my head was at. So you read my mind, man. What else we got? So Gunther, who's gonna beat this man?
Honestly, I was hoping they would do Gunther versus Jey Uso at WrestleMania, but I don't know who. Gunther obviously has to have a match, but like, you're right. Who is gonna face him? Could you do Chad Gable?
Ooh.
I know. Like we got
setting us up.
Like a fucking owl over here, man. Give it to Sammy.
Sammy would be cool. I just don't think the story's there.
I know. Because they only got a month after Elimination Chamber. There's a month.
Do a mini tournament again. Sorry, Tony Khan. I'm borrowing from you here. Do a mini tournament.
Do the Intercontinental Classic.
And right on the Raw, the Go Home show to Mania. Which do they still do a show on the Go Home?
Yeah.
I feel like they used to skip SmackDown, so I don't know. And they still build the story like to Gunther, like being like, Sammy, like you ain't got it in, like you can't do it anymore, like you are like you're not gonna make it to Mania essentially, and if you make it to the very last second, like essentially like he wins the final in the Go Home show, I think that would be like a cool like way to build suspense. But with Sammy, I don't know where we're heading.
My top 3 picks were Sammy, Chad Gable, and before he signed to SmackDown, I was gonna say Bronson or Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker. Yeah. I think there's something there. I don't even know. But a little side note, you know what I was thinking about? You know how Bret Hart is the excellence of execution? Because he is like, it's a double entendre. He's like a very good wrestler, but he's also like a very good wrestler as like technically like he's able to carry someone to a good match.
Absolutely.
That's why he's the excellence of execution. Gunther being the ring general is like so like on point.
Yeah.
Like he commands that ring like very good, and he's so good. Like I think that people think he's good. I think he's way better than people think. I think he's like probably one of the best to ever do it, honestly. And like No,
he's a monster, man. He's a heel, but like you gotta like him.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a badass.
He's so good. He like doesn't even have a finish. He's just like
he's got 1,000 finishes.
What's gonna work? I've read a tweet that was like his finish is pinning the guy.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
His finisher list was that list Jericho was reading on Nitro.
You just made the list.
The 1004 holds list. He's like arm drag, arm bar.
Oh, that one. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, he was shitting on Dean Malenko, right?
Yeah.
Or the man of 1,000 holes. Damn.
Fuck Chris Jericho.
Come on, man.
Fuck
you know, I just did an edit to Jericho versus Rey Mysterio.
I watched that today.
Dude, Jericho used to fucking hoop, man.
2008 Jericho to 2009 Jericho. The heel run with the World Heavyweight title is probably the best he ever got.
He won that at Elimination Chamber, actually, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think
Sean super kicked Taker to make the match
which led up to WrestleMania.
Yep.
And that's what they had that's why they had the Mania match. Was that the return match or was that?
That was 26.
That was 26.
Yep. Because Taker had the World Heavyweight title,
right.
and Sean couldn't win the Rumble.
Yeah.
Batista screwed him.
Questionable ass booking because the year. Was that the year after, or the year after, or maybe the year before, was when Edge beat up Kofi Kingston after he lost the WWE Championship and then he went on to win the World Heavyweight Championship?
Oh, yeah, I was so confused about that.
If that happened today, come on, like, would people not, like, be shitting all over it? I'm just like, come on.
Probably. I mean, they were shitting on it then, really, because they were like, why in the world is he getting 2 chances in the Elimination Chamber and nobody's stopping it?
Yeah, literally, right?
They were hating on that was racially motivated for sure.
Edge and Brock Lesnar hate black people.
They definitely do. I'm pushing the agenda, man. I'm all, me and Cody, we support,
we support everybody.
Black History. It also happened on Black History Month, man. That's dirty. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked
Vince
up.
didn't give a fuck.
No, especially do-rag Vince.
Nah, hell nah. Keep it up.
I can't believe I cannot believe. I mean, I can believe it, but I'm just like, sometimes I go back and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck was he thinking?
He did so much. Remember what he said to Sabu? Look, guys, a member of the Taliban. My boy Sabu.
Shout out to Sabu. You're going to meet him soon.
As they sit there and go, from Bombay, Michigan.
Yeah, I know. We're literally.
Yeah, that's fucked
Sabu.
All right, let's get to... we've been going forever, man. So let's get to the Elimination Chamber predictions. Before I'm going to do quick introduction. Because the following contest is scheduled for 5 falls, I guess, technically.
5 falls, yep.
Maybe 4. Is it 5? It's 5 matches, right?
1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4.
Scheduled for 5 falls.
Wait, 1?
Yeah.
2.
Cody.
3.
4.
That's not a match. 4 matches.
No. Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax.
Yeah, 1.
Oh, you're right. I'm fucked up, man. The following contest is scheduled for 4 falls, I guess. Introducing the challenger first. From... Where are you from, Brennon?
Hillsboro, Ohio.
Hillsboro, Ohio. The Miracle Kid. Brennon Bowcom.
Let's go. Coming for that title.
Bernard Bearings.
Bernard Bearings.
That's the work name. And on the other corner, it's me, Carlos. And your champion.
I got this one. Your reigning, defending, undisputed Midwest Midcard Predictions champion, Logan Crawford.
Where's the boo button on this bitch, bro? Hold on.
The boo? We don't have a boo.
Oh, we don't?
We only have cheer.
Wham. Where's the wham?
We can boo.
It's all right. I got 2 titles around my waist. They ain't got a belt. hold up their pants.
I'm gonna take risks with these predictions. I just want to just set that out there because I want to win. Logan is the current predictions championship. If this is your predictions champion,
I'm a whole ass championship.
If this is your first time listening to the show, every month that there's a WWE pay-per-view, we do predictions, and then the winner of those predictions wins the championship. In the event of a tie, the champion retains. It's kind of like a time limit type deal.
Yeah.
So I'll take the... You know what? Let's just go through it real quick. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins on the Grayson Waller effect. What is this?
I'm not really sure.
I think it's just more of Seth trying to pitch his allegiance to Cody.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to end up with probably Rock and Roman.
Do you think they traveled? I didn't see him at all. Like, I haven't seen him. They should.
I don't know.
They
Maybe.
absolutely should.
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
I think it's... What the fuck was that? The ghost. The ghost of
Chris
Kane.
Benoit.
No. Came back to haunt me. For the audio listeners, some of our audience just fell over.
Oh, Drew McIntyre. I was going to pick you too, bro.
Had a little bit too much to drink, man. This is, Grayson Waller effect. I think it's going to be a fun segment. Grayson Waller's clearly like... He's got The Rock in his ear, it seems.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's probably going to play the like sprinkling in what The Rock would.
Oh, yeah, he's there to instigate for sure.
Oh, yeah.
He ends up getting beat up, right? Probably.
Absolutely, yeah.
Maybe.
You think?
They might, and this is a far pitch, but it could try to jump Grayson, and then Theory joins in and ends up being an extra tag match.
Yeah, Cody with a suit.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Hitting a suit Cody cutter.
Now,
Damn, if he hits that out, he's just the GOAT. The first match, this is a new name that they came up with, the New Catch Republic, which is Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne.
I
like British strong style better.
British strong style is also like associated with Trent Seven, and he's also done some questionable things.
I'll pick first. Judgment Day's winning this one.
You think so? Judgment Day. Can you explain your reasoning for this?
I don't know who those people are.
Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne are two of
Master
the
Bate,
best
and then
in
I
the
got
ring.
Peted and Dunne.
Damn, bro. He's like... Brennon's a sports entertainment fan. As soon as he sees wrestling, he's like, fuck that shit. He's like, I'm not watching it.
Is that an arm bar? Gross. Grab the mic.
I
Got a promo.
I know. I want shenanigans. I want ECW hardcore.
I just want a lot of bullshit and a lot of fucking cheering.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as he sees a technical match, he's like, I'm done. And it's kind of ironic because you like Benoit.
I love Benoit and I love Kurt Angle.
And he was like a no personality type dude for the most part. He was like a...
He had toothless aggression.
He did.
Put it all in the ring. You know?
I also have toothless aggression.
Logan, who are you picking and why?
I'm going to go with the Judgment Day as well. I as much as I like the New Catch Republic, I just don't see this team that's only been together for maybe 2 or 3 weeks disrupting Judgment Day, especially when you know Rhea and Dominic's going to throw in some shenanigans.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it'll be a good match.
Yeah. I think eventually it'll end up probably Judgment Day keeping them at least until they either separate the tag titles or just make it have one set.
Yeah, what the fuck happened with that?
They need to. Honestly, I don't understand why the Judgment Day hasn't just combined them, because you know what red and blue make? Purple. You know what the Judgment Day's colors are? Purple.
They need to do some Acclaim shit and get those purple titles going.
Get Triple H on the phone, man. Another good idea from Brennon.
I'm telling you.
Paul Triple H Levesque.
I can't go against Judgment Day. I think that it seems that we're getting Awesome Truth versus Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I love our Truth, and I love The Miz. The story's funny. I just don't know that there's enough in it to like the last time Judgment Day lost the titles was to Cody and Jey Uso.
At Fastlane.
I mean, this is fucking... That's like a team of heavyweights, you know?
Exactly. Like I said, I don't even know who those guys are, so I'm definitely not picking them.
Man, don't even watch the show.
I'm gonna have you watching some NXT UK so you can pick up.
I told him one of my favorite NXT matches was Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate.
Yeah,
It's like a crazy match.
Really good. Is that NXT Chicago?
Takeover Chicago sounds right, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, that one's.
It is a takeover, of course.
No.
I don't remember which one though,
No.
so I don't want to say the wrong thing, Next up, we got we'll say the men's Elimination Chamber match. We got Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and L.A. Knight.
Yeah. You picked last. Who you think's gonna win?
Pretty stacked up Elimination Chamber, right? For as much as people are like, this show is like, whatever. First of all, they're in Australia. Like, they don't need to do much.
No.
Also, this Elimination Chamber is pretty fucking stacked.
But I do want to point out there's only one Raw superstar for the Raw World title in that.
Which is Drew, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Literally. Smackdown, 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 Smackdown.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The problem here is that most of these guys are like brawlers,
Yeah.
except for Logan Paul.
But
Exactly.
that's going to be great in the chamber because Paul's going to fly.
Oh, bro,
Logan
yeah,
Paul is
man.
just Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just going to start doing like cross bodies off of the side of the
top
cage.
of the cage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everywhere.
If
I guarantee you they do a top of the pod spot.
oh yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
and Logan Paul's he's 100% involved in it
Oh,
because he likes to do that shit.
Exactly.
If he hits like a dead eye, I'm just gonna convinced that he's just watching Hangman Page matches because he hits the buckshot lariat.
Better than Hangman, almost.
Okay, let's not get
it's
carried
close.
away.
It's
Let's
close.
not get carried away. Okay, I'm gonna stick up for Hangman here.
Yeah, I like Hangman a lot. I really do.
Yeah.
You're better than all your friends.
He hits the little corner spot that Hangman does, or he hit it on SmackDown at least, where he goes one rope, he goes the other. No, he just goes one, and then I think he does like a drop kick or something.
Yeah.
He hit that one. Yeah, I mean he hits Hangman.
He does that moonsault body slam.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
That's
he
pretty
did that
sick,
too.
too.
I would love for LA Knight to win. It's just not happening. This is definitely.
If this was for the U.S. title, I would 100% say yes.
Facts,
but
absolutely.
Yeah, it's not.
Drew is pretty intertwined, so it's hard for me not to pick him. However, I want to win that title. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick LA Knight. Fuck it. Brennan?
I'm thinking that, Drew did just pick up a win against Cody Rhodes. So I think that's a pretty big push for him right now. And he's, like Logan said, he's the only one on there that is even from Raw. So I'm picking Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
My heart wants me to pick Randy Orton because I think Randy versus Seth for the title would be absolutely fire.
Hell yeah.
But I'm gonna go with McIntyre too. I think, like I told you a few weeks ago, I think his promos is in ring. Like it's only a matter of time before he re-signs, and we get him and Punk, and we get everything that McIntyre's got. So
it's definitely Drew's time, I
Yeah.
would say, to be a player again after kind of taking a backseat since probably 2021.
It probably went.
if that,
Mick Foley.
yeah.
Ringtone.
Bro, it scared me.
I was
a lot.
like,
I
he's
was
coming
damn, somebody
in.
just wrecked outside, dog. Hell yeah.
Outside the studio, man.
It's the hardcore legend.
Okay. Next up.
My ringtone is Roman Reigns.
I love Mick Foley, man.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, you are... Come on, man.
I need to
Well,
find out
Remember
where
when we
he's
stripped Logan from the title? We bought him a
Cactus
Oh,
Jack.
yeah,
Jack shirt.
It
I
was
do
the
remember
three
that.
faces of Foley.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Vince Russo.
Big, big, Mick Foley mark, man.
Oh yeah.
Naomi, Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton, Bianca Belair, and Raquel
1,
Rodriguez.
2, 3.
Becky Lynch.
I didn't say anything. You know what? Well, you gotta pick something else, Brandon. You're just gonna tie with.
I'm picking Becky Lynch. I know what's gonna happen.
So they telegraphed it. They could swerve us though. It's not Tiffany. It's not Naomi. I don't think
The final two is it's gonna be Bianca versus Becky.
it'll be Bianca versus Raquel. No, sorry. If anything, it'll be Becky versus Raquel. And I want to come out as a Raquel hater. I know this is a brown on brown violence right here.
No, I think
But-
me and you have been avid Raquel haters. She's just
Yeah.
so green.
She just listen. She overcame some crazy he has like a skin condition and it was like really affecting her. Some like something pretty awful that she
for
she
sure.
went through,
Yeah.
and for that my respect. However, her gimmick is to have a big back, where Rhea Ripley has a much bigger back,
Yeah, literally.
and like
man.
she's just not that exciting, and
No.
she's not that big either.
She's not.
If they would just do the kind of stuff they did with her in NXT, she would feel so much more important. But
Yeah, just make her like Kevin Nash.
them having her stand on the aisleway, show the back, come in the ring, show the back, you're like, all right, I get it.
I kind of wish she was like a paid like muscle almost.
She could be pretty sick of that.
Yeah.
She would be like the hit woman.
Yeah, pretty much. And you send her out there, you take care of business, she grabs her check, and she's like APA, almost.
I want her to hit like
True.
a test style big boot.
Yeah, that'd be nasty.
Oh man, bro.
I'm excited for Bianca and Raquel. I don't think they've had a match ever since NXT. And Tiffany Stratton is just amazing. Like she's
Tiffy time.
I'm such a big proponent of Tiffany. Naomi's great. She's like on another level right now, I think. Becky, I mean, what can we say about Becky that hasn't been said already? And Liv Morgan fans will crucify me.
I
But
won't. I think she's great, but I just don't think it's her time right now.
No, Liv Morgan's awesome. It's just this isn't it for her.
The
right
time she had with the Money in the Bank and cashing in, like that was a great time for her. It wasn't going to be long, but like right now, it's just not it.
now. I'd say honestly, that's probably all she'll get.
Yeah.
She got like a Kofi Kingston type run, like one and done.
She'll get more in the future for sure. She'll be a tag champion. She'll probably be a few more times a women's champion, but right now it's just not it.
if they ever do that women's mid-card title, she's kind of perfect for that.
Absolutely.
By far.
Or if they give some love to the tag team titles, which
Right
They're
now,
like-
the tag division is pretty hot.
yeah. I don't know. I was pretty mad that Chelsea Green wasn't the one to win. She almost
Bro, she was holding on. I'm like, oh my god, she's about to win. Yes, let's
I
go.
know, the pop. Come on, man.
I was pumped for her.
I know. I was so happy. That's why I'm hating on Raquel, man. You guys both picked Becky. Yeah, I mean, I guess I gotta pick Becky. We don't have to do a tiebreaker for all of this. I can't imagine you guys are gonna pick Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax.
Yeah. I
Oh
mean,
my
I'm picking-
God.
Oh my god, no. I'm picking Rhea.
The main event is Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax. Rhea Ripley in front of her hometown crowd. Rhea Ripley's kind of hit or miss in matches. Especially, I mean, this is Nia Jax too, so.
This is going to be a rough one for her because Nia is...
That's a huge bitch.
she's a lot, man. Like, she's either going to hurt you or she's going to not be able to do certain moves, and Rhea's probably going to have to carry to some degree, but definitely Rhea's bringing home the dub.
So, I don't know if I've told you guys this, but Rhea Ripley visually is pretty looks amazing. you
She's
know?
very imposing, actually. She really is.
But I think her strength training is kind of lacking.
Her
a
and
little
Jordan Grace,
bit. Yeah.
big muscle mommies.
Yeah, but I don't think that Rhea can I think Rhea struggles picking up some people. And I think it's because I'm not critiquing. I don't work out, Rhea Ripley. I respect you and your routine. I'm just saying, sometimes it seems that she cannot pick up some people. And the way she looks, she should be able to, right? Like, Bianca can fucking pick up Otis. But Rhea Ripley...
I ain't got nothing for that one. Otis is a big motherfucker.
Rhea Ripley struggled with
I'm over here
Nia
visualizing
Jax.
this. I'm like,
Oh
She
yeah,
did.
dude.
She
She did like a
absolutely did.
Oh, I
whole
know.
like boot camp thing.
oh, I
She
know.
walked some steps with him.
Yeah.
Fireman's carry, man.
That's Bianca, though, bro.
Yeah.
Like, she got black strength. That's a real thing.
I don't know if it's the genes or what it is. I mean, she trains hard as hell.
Yeah,
Um,
she was a D1 athlete. She's got genetics. She's got the intensity, the training. She's got it.
But her and Raquel had the lifting records in NXT, and I don't
Yeah.
think Rhea's anywhere near that. And again, I'm not disrespecting her routine. She looks amazing. Like, she looks incredible.
Yeah.
But the strength training, man, it's really important. Like, Claudio may not look like.
We respect him by his actual useful name, not Dynamite fucking name.
It's the Cesaro name. He's big and he looks great.
Yeah.
But like his strength is so deceiving. Same with Chad Gable. Like they're so fucking strong.
Absolutely.
And that's strength. That's lifting up heavy things, man.
Yeah.
And, I think it makes you a better wrestler, honestly. I mean, the cruiserweights, man, even some cruiserweights can do some deceivingly strong shit. So.
Yeah, true.
That was a lot of WCW's cruiserweights, but you had all the flyers like Psychosis and Mysterio and Super Crazy and stuff like that, but you also had the Malenkos and stuff that were bigger guys and technical and some powerhouses in there. Is it La
Parka?
Yeah.
La Parka is a lucha powerhouse.
Yeah.
Kind of brawler type, but he did some lucha moves.
Dragon Lee's also kind of the same way, honestly.
Where is Dragon Lee?
You know what his rating is in 2K24?
Like 69?
69.
Bullshit.
He's taking after...
Who comes up with this shit?
He's taking
Ronnie
after Ray.
2K? Is this Ronnie 2K again? You fucking kidding me?
You can't even make a good basketball game and you want to fuck around with the WWE?
Yeah, come on, man. Get your grimy hands off of this shit. Dragon Lee at least deserves like a 75.
No way, dude. I mean, respect to Dragon Lee, but come on. 75?
Bro, he's
Dominic
at least
Rhodes
a
is only an
78.
Let's look at this subjectively. Like Gargano, what, 76, I think?
Drew Max in 89.
Drew McIntyre should be... I think 89 is fine.
Yeah.
Give him like a 91.
Cody only got a 2
better
bump
than
from
Jey.
last year.
Yeah, Cody's...
Yeah, he's a 93, I think, right?
Yeah, he was a 91 last year.
Is Roman still a 99 or they haven't revealed it?
I haven't seen
Yeah,
his.
he'll be the last one.
He'll probably be a 99.
He'll probably be 99 still.
Yeah.
I wonder where Rocky's going to be. Probably
97.
97, yeah.
But who, like... 93 to 99 is kind of a big jump. What's Seth, his rating? Do we know?
I don't think I've seen his.
Not sure. I don't think it's came out yet.
So, yeah, I mean, some lower tier guys. I saw the Judgment Day were all like in the 80s, and then Gargano, Ciampa, and R-Truth, and Miz, I think, were all like pretty like 70s, and yeah.
Doing them dirty.
Disrespect to
Literally,
Gargano.
man. Literally.
DIX fucking got screwed.
DIX, man. So, let's see. What we could do a tiebreaker. We need to do a tiebreaker.
You're the only one that chose different.
Yeah. So you guys need to do a tiebreaker. But I feel like both of you might pick the same thing. Even my tiebreaker idea was to do Cody and Seth, whether or not Rock and Roman show up. If you think that they do, or if you think that they don't, that's an extra point, pretty much. So what's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be, dog?
I don't really know, honestly, man.
Well, we can let the champion decide first. You think that's fair?
Please, I'm on your cast. Let's hear it.
Okay. What do you think, Brennan? The Rock shows up or doesn't show up? Whatever it is, he has to take the opposite. So, I guess. Well, he doesn't. I mean, he's giving you he's letting you pick. So,
I need to process this.
Do you really believe that Roman Reigns, the guy who never shows up on weekly TV, The Rock, who can barely fucking hold his finger up, is gonna fly all the way? I think it's like 14 hours to Australia.
It's crazy. I think it's like the longest internet show.
To be up. Actually, it's just for us at 5 a.m. But
Yeah,
I almost said they was 5 a.m. too.
They'll be jet lagged for sure.
Yeah. To show up there just to punch around Cody and Seth on the Grayson Waller effect.
It's tough because none of the other Usos or any of the Bloodline is in this right now.
Right.
None of them. And I feel like you can't. It's hard to have a show without some of them. So yeah,
For sure.
I won't say Roman and Rock, but I say members of the Bloodline will show up to Cody and Seth and Grayson Waller effect. That's what I'll say.
Hey, you're the champion.
I'm going to say they don't.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to say if anything is Cody and Seth, Grayson and Austin Theory.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you say, okay, potential for impromptu match, and you say someone from the Bloodline's gonna be there.
Some member of the Bloodline.
Okay,
will
I
be
like
in
it.
there.
I'm good. I'm good with that. I obviously picked LA Knight, so I like it, man. Another. What? Are you waking up at 5? Trying to?
I am.
Yeah. Do you think you can do it?
I mean, I'll probably try.
Yeah.
I need to watch it live because if I don't, I'm gonna be on social media and then I'm just
Yeah.
gonna see everything that's gonna happen. So.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like, oh my god.
I gotta completely avoid everything until I
It's like
watch it.
Liv
Exactly.
Morgan cashed in the Money in the Bank. She's
Yeah,
not
right.
even the Money in the Bank. Mrs. Money in the Bank. Oh my god, Damian Priest is the world heavyweight champion.
Pissed.
I don't know.
I don't know what's gonna happen with him and trying to cash in. To be honest with you, man.
Raw after Mania.
Against
cashing-
who?
They got until July.
Drew versus.
No, I think that Seth is gonna retain.
You really think so?
I think so. Why the hell not? I think it'd be if they do a tag team match. I think it would suck that Seth. I guess you could do the world title match on night 2, and then if they do the tag team match, Rock and Roman versus Seth and Cody, you do that on night 1. He's the champion night 1. Still night 2, he can still lose it, but if they do it the other way around, then he definitely needs to keep the title. He's not gonna go into the main event match.
A thought that's just been in the back of my head is Cody staying healthy because he's going to be on a show every week until Mania, and he's going to be competing every single week more than likely.
Yeah,
I just don't want him to get hurt and just ruin this chance right now.
He's
man.
I don't think he's going super hard.
No.
And if you watch live event matches, they're never like, like they phone it in a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. Any last words, Logan? Since you're the champion.
Boys, it's gonna be really great to come to Mania with this thing around my waist.
Boo! Where's it?
Because I take great pride in accepting my fate, just like Shelton Benjamin. There ain't no stopping me now.
Yeah, he could still grab the W, man. So
But
I
if
don't
he
like
comes
it.
on our show and goes 3 for 3 every time he gets it,
I'll be pretty upset.
I'm gonna be upset.
I mean, we may have to
I
like
told you I'm
actually
gonna
kill him.
blade
Yeah,
right on the set. I'm just gonna be like, how could you do this to me?
yeah, we may have to actually like kill him, which that would be really sad. I'm sure for his family, his, and his friends. They might miss him.
I don't know. How would you feel?
I'd be really sad.
Oh, okay.
If
Well,
you kill him, and
Nothing
you're like,
stops me from retaining my championship.
he would literally have the title underneath his suit, and he'd be like, "Bye, Logan." But I'm still the champ, man.
Yeah, no, I probably exactly would do that.
Mom crying, dad crying,
Yeah,
but he's the champ.
yeah. I mean,
sucks to suck.
Probably
Rodney.
DX spray paints my casket.
Rodney.
God damn it, dude.
People that don't know Rodney is Logan's dad.
Yeah,
Shout
hi,
out to him.
Dad.
Oh yeah, why don't you just tell its last 4 of the social?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the funny numbers in the back of your card? the security. What street do you grow up
The
on?
CVI. Yeah.
Yeah, what's our security question? I don't know. I do think
I'm
it's-
excited for Elimination Chamber though. Really,
I'm really excited. I like
Yeah.
the match. People like kind of hate on the new design. I like the new design.
I'm
It's safer.
just
Yeah.
a nostalgic freak.
Yeah, I know
You know?
you like live for nostalgia.
I
you know.
do. It's my favorite
Nostalgia's a
drug.
hell of a drug, man.
It's my favorite one.
I just like these types of matches, though. That one, War Games, the old championship scramble, the deadline one. The
NXT deadline
did.
is pretty special. Man.
Like I really like the matches where there's just multiple people, but you also get the one-on-one effect, or a triple threat or something like that, and then it's just played on time. Like
Yeah.
I think those are good. Anything that has an elimination factor in it, I think is pretty sweet.
For
what,
sure.
What are some of the best chamber matches?
Ooh,
Man.
probably 02 or 03, the one where Sean came back is
Sean-
pretty high up there.
That's the last time that Sean won a world
World
heavyweight title.
Is
Yeah.
that not like the first one?
That is the first one.
Yep.
Yep. That was
Um,
Sean, Triple H, Booker T, RVD, Kane.
Kane.
Goldberg? Maybe? No, that was
No,
Triple H.
Goldberg.
Goldberg was
was
the
a-
year after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's whenever he kicked in. Whose was it? Whose pod was it? Chris Jericho's.
I don't know.
Yeah,
kicked somebody's
I believe
in. I don't know if he kicked it in or if he
He
speared somebody
eliminated
through.
everybody and then got sledgehammered by Triple H.
Exactly. yeah.
Nice.
Because you got to put yourself over when you're the game.
You see, the thing is, in this business, that's my Triple H impression. I'm the last year's men's elimination chamber. I think was really, really, really good for that U.S. title. I think.
Is that what it was for, the U.S. title?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Seth.
Yeah, because
Seth lost because of Logan Paul.
The chamber where Bray Wyatt won the world title is very good too.
Oh yeah,
I
against
enjoyed
AJ.
that one.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, that
really
was
good.
like the first one with like the new setup, and him and AJ are like smacking each other's faces off the plexiglass. And
Yeah.
it's just great.
The chain still hurt. Like still, when they still shut the door, you can hear like
Oh, yeah.
the metal structure.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
So
yeah.
the
bro.
fact that the floor is like padded by a little bit, I don't think it
Yeah.
like tampers the.
Oh, you go
Yeah.
back and watch the old ones and watch how many times Triple H like gets thrown through the ropes and smacks off of the grate, and
oh
you're
my
like,
god, bro.
you're like, I respect him so much.
Yeah, I mean
Like-
they're gonna die.
Yeah, like me and you were talking about like how people don't really like give him his flowers,
Mhm.
dude. He earns them.
Yeah, he's good. I love
Triple H. I mean, he's the problem. I mean, being real talk, he's definitely up there with like the most underrated wrestlers of all time. Like
I
in
think-
his like GOAT statusness.
I definitely think he doesn't get enough respect as a
No.
pure wrestler and
Dude's
as a
dude's
cerebral
amazing,
assassin.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's that damn good. You know,
One of the worst ones, December to Dismember.
the ECW one.
Yeah,
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Two WWE guys
Brennan loves ECW shit.
fighting while Paul Heyman screams no as Bobby Lashley hits a spear on
The-
Big Show to
Lashley
win the
won,
title.
or was it Punk that won?
No, it was Lashley.
won. Yep.
Punk won one.
I love ECW, man. I love WWE ECW. That is my shit.
There is certainly an era in when it's good, but like the later half with Jack Swagger and Christian and Colin Delaney is like ass.
Ezekiel Jackson.
Yeah.
The last
that's-
image of
yeah.
ECW is Ezekiel Jackson holding up the big
After
stupid
putting
silver
Christian
title.
through a fucking table.
Literally, man.
That episode is pretty garbage.
Garbage.
And they just promoted NXT the whole time. They're like,
Yeah.
NXT is going up. Who gives a shit about ECW? I feel like Vince hated ECW.
He just did it out of spite.
Yeah.
If he legitimately could make money off of it, he'd probably bring back WCW. Just literally as like the women's and just
Yeah.
do women's championship wrestling. Make
Sure.
make it their own show.
Hey,
Don't steal my ideas, they're copyrighted. Fuck you.
they haven't run back Evolution in a while.
Nah.
Or ever, really. Just
Nah,
once.
there's Evolution is a mystery full of chains that no one sees. No, there's a dude that I follow on Twitter named Simon Welf. He makes a lot of
I'm familiar.
makes a lot of WWE 2K content, and he's like huge on WCW.
Yeah.
And I was like, he every now and again will like tweet Triple H and be like, bring it back. I'm like, I don't see them bringing it back unless they legitimately made a women's only show.
Maybe. It's, I think that WCW carries a stench, to it. You can even revive NWA. I know that it's currently like a brand, like a company, but I think that something like NWA has a bigger chance of like surviving in the modern era as opposed to like WWE just carries like a lot of like bullshit like from the last like 3 years.
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy how bad it was. It was like unwatchable. It was funny. It was like you could hate watch it and like enjoy it because it's so like absurd, but like it was really bad. It was actually like really like if I was a fan watching around that time, I would be like upset at like how bad it is.
Yeah.
There's just like David Flair fucking beating Jake the Snake Roberts like type shit. It's like what the fuck? Like what are we doing here?
Adam Archuleta winning the big gold.
David Arquette.
Who- Adam Archuleta. Who the fuck is that?
You just made up a
Is
name.
he, no, he's a singer, I think. Hold up.
Adam Archuleta.
Fact check. Let's do our one search of the day.
You're talking about Archuleta, right?
Yeah,
From American Idol.
I am actually.
Yeah. What the hell was his name?
Archuleta, Pokemon. Is it David?
David Archuleta. That sounds right. David.
There's definitely
Yeah,
an
he's a
American
singer.
singer.
There we go. Yeah, I think he won.
Dear God,
American
Brennan,
Idol.
is that your brother?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Any white guy can just ask for him.
No, speaking of
He's
how
only
bad,
5'5".
he's
Damn.
a little feller.
Damn.
Short king.
Yeah, he's not as big as Sylvester Stallone, or he thought Sylvester Stallone was. But legitimately on the WCW thing, my boss went to the same pay-per-view where Benoit won the world title in WCW before quitting.
Was that in Dayton?
Maybe.
I remember there was because a guy that works with Brennan told us that he went to like a Dayton show. I'm pretty sure, but
Yeah, he said that he bought tickets, and there was nosebleeds or whatever just to get in the building, and they had such poor attendance. They like pushed him up to the aisleway.
No way.
Yeah, that's when he realized, because like he's a bigger dude, and he's like, oh, I thought like some of these guys were small on TV, and then he like seen Dean Malenko, and he's like, holy shit, Dean Malenko is like a big guy,
a giant. Yeah.
It
is pretty deceiving to see, like, even the small guy, even Ray, like, he's short, but he's kind of wide,
Yeah, he's wide. Yep.
And then whoever Dominic's father is, I mean.
Yeah, Eddie was fucking wide.
He was jacked, dog.
He was on the fucking trend, crazy style.
Every time Dominic like makes that mullet move, I'm like, oh, it's Eddie.
It is, man.
I saw a picture of Dom and Theory. I think they traveled together.
Yeah.
And Dom was looking a little big. I think he's backed on a little bit of weight.
I mean, he's gotta stay fit for mommy.
He's gotta get on the steroids, man.
Gotta get on that juice.
Yeah,
He's
it.
got to fight Buddy Matthews for custody of mommy.
Everyone should be on steroids.
Me too, man.
I'm just kidding. Be careful with that shit.
Yeah.
But hey,
You don't want to end up like Scott Steiner.
I mean, he's kind of fucking crazy. Like, I mean, he's cool as fuck. I think you do want to end up like him.
He's fucking nuts, though. I mean, his TNA promos are like,
nonsense.
blah, 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 I'm Big Papa Pump, blah, blah, blah.
Like, yeah, that's literally was. He's fat. That's it.
Because he's fat. The fat son of a bitch.
That's literally all he did. He hated Samoa Joe for being fat. His segments with, who was it?
And he knows he's not going to beat me. Jesus.
Do you guys know, I've said this probably 1,000 times, but Joe was like right behind the camera when this was happening.
Yep.
When Steiner Mad was happening, he was just
cracking up,
cracking the fuck up. I get it, man. I couldn't hold it together. I would have to leave the arena. I would have to go to a different county to like.
Steiner and Bubba Ray, or Bully Ray, sorry, in TNA days, they were like the perfect like duo together to be doing all that dumbass shit.
Bully Ray's run in TNA was really great, but I fucking hate Bully Ray so much.
I love me some Bubba Ray Dudley, man. Bubba Ray,
he has moments.
Team 3D, great.
Yeah. They recently did the 3D on the Jericho Cruise.
They did.
Which is weird, because I'm pretty sure they were also WWE people.
I think Devon is an agent for WWE.
Not anymore. They fired him, but they signed a Legends deal.
Really?
Yeah.
Like Dudley Boys?
Yeah.
You know what that means? We're going to get new figures.
Get the tables.
That's right.
New Bubba.
I met Devon last year at in Chillicothe.
In Chillicothe?
Yeah.
I think they should do...
He's coming back again this year, actually.
They should do ECW Dudley Boys with tie-dye. With the Dudley Boys tie-dye shirt.
Hell yeah.
When they were like inbred or something. What was their gimmick? Being inbred?
Yeah. There was a whole bunch of Dudleys.
Yeah.
There
Spike.
Was Big Dick Dudley.
I don't think Spike was there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know there were other guys.
Their whole story was Daddy Dudley just
like
to drink and mess around. Yeah. So there was a whole bunch of Dudleys.
Heyman is also a psychopath. I'm surprised Heyman's like, I don't know if he's just like a legitimately good person. He's just like crazy about wrestling. I'm surprised nothing's come out from Heyman. Like,
well, I mean it has, but the whole thing with Heyman is that he was just kind of a scumbag.
Yeah, like he just scams people.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like I mean,
well, I'm saying like those are like stealing from people is not good, but those are like minor crimes.
Well, I mean, like I think Heyman was like, a family guy, but he really wanted ECW to be good.
Bouncing checks.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. I think that's crazy. And like the things that the boys just trusted in him.
Could you imagine being a promoter and bouncing a check to a guy like Taz in his prime or
Rob Van Dam?
Yeah. Or literally the Dudleys.
Or the fucking Sandman.
Shane Douglas.
Yeah, when the
Sabu.
Sandman. I would.
Sandman will probably fucking murder
Fucking
you.
Raven, man.
Fucking New Jack.
Yeah.
Him, Jesus. Yeah, facts, bro. Hell
New
no.
Jack would actually kill him.
Rhino.
They just trusted Heyman. They loved Heyman. That's the thing with like... Sorry, we're almost with the show. I don't want to have an opinion on this. I just don't want to put something out there. But Cena talked about Vince's allegations briefly, and he was like, I still love him, and it hurts me that this is happening, essentially. He didn't really like condemn the actions. He was just like, fuck, like this is like I still love Vince. I think it's hard. Vince does something to the boys like that. Like, I think Cena legitimately feels like attached to Vince by the hip.
Yeah.
Just like Undertaker too, man.
Probably.
I mean, because literally, if you think about it, Vince McMahon is the reason that they are who they are.
Oh, absolutely.
Where they are, where they've been. He's literally given them their whole entire life.
Mm-hmm.
How many wrestlers have you seen do a biography or something like that, and they've been like, Vince was like a father figure, told me to kind of get straightened up and stuff like that, or help me get out of a spot. I mean, obviously, bad stuff and all that, but I mean, there's guys like Taker and Triple H, and even I believe an altercation between him and Shawn Michaels is the reason why Shawn finally, got cleaned up and stuff, so.
Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of them hold, like, I mean, Danielson loves Vince for some reason.
Even Randy Orton said it just hurts my heart.
Randy was the one that had, like, a more level-headed answer.
Yeah.
This is not good for sure.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, I love Vince and I'm gonna love him forever.
I think Seth had a good answer too. He said,
if it's true, then
he's like, if it is, but at the same time, like, everything at that level doesn't truly affect us because we're performers. We have a job to go out to the fans. Like, whatever's happening at that level is bad, but it doesn't directly affect us.
And I'm not excusing like any of the wrestlers for like kind of sticking up for themselves, but like, what are you supposed to do?
There's nothing you can.
And like, I don't mean this like nobody knew. I'm sure some people knew, but like, who actually knew that wasn't like very close to Vince?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think that they make it seem like, they had to. Everyone had to know. Everyone had to know. It's like, not really. Like,
I've seen people doing the same thing with Triple H. I'm like, you mean the guy who was out with like a heart thing for like 2 years? Like, you mean he was just down the hall while shit was going down? Like,
yeah, exactly.
No.
Right.
Yeah, and maybe Triple H knew, and I wouldn't be surprised if he knew, truly. But it's not. Let's be adults about it. Like, it's not crazy if you didn't know. Like, you don't know everything about your boss.
And this is truly, because I've seen the same thing on Stephanie. If I was to guess they knew anything, I would guess it would be that he had a girlfriend. And
probably.
That is as far as it went. Because I can't see Vince being so brutally open with what went down that he's just like, hey, I know you're my son-in-law, but come over here. You want to see what I got? Like, no. It's like, not like that.
And powerful men and, like, entertainment are just like fucked up, man. So
they're all fucked up.
Yeah, so
I mean, if you look at the past history of what like Vince has done, like with like the women that's been in his business, like remember all the scenes that we've had with Tori Wilson and shit, and like Sable and
Trish barking like a dog.
Trish barking like a dog, like you're gonna kiss my ass, and then remember whenever he tried to run that gimmick with him and Stephanie, his own daughter.
He wanted her to be pregnant.
Exactly,
with his kid.
and she like even kissed him on the mouth.
I know, it's sadistic, man.
It's so fucking.
Have you
weird,
ever
dog.
seen the interview where they're talking about Kurt and Stephanie kissing, and like Vince is like directing, and he's like, "You gotta get in there and get passion." I'm like, no, that's wrong.
I just think that really creative people are just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not excusing it. I'm not saying that it's right.
No.
I'm just saying that like that just happens to be the common, thing with like someone like Kanye. Like Kanye West, it's like, he's so fucking like whatever he is now. Like, he's far from like just being like a rapper or like an artist. He's just like he's just beyond like. But whenever he's not here anymore, we're gonna look back and be like, that was like fucking Picasso. Like, that's just how. And if you're not a fan of him, I respect it. But I'm just saying.
No,
I feel you. You're absolutely
people are gonna
right.
like look at him fondly, regardless of like the bad shit. I'm just saying.
It's one of those things where just like with like how we are with Benoit, you're gonna have to separate the man himself from the artistry.
I definitely respect anyone that wants to do that. It's fine. I don't support that, but if that's what you want to do, sure. I have problematic like favorite people for sure. If you want to do that, if you want to separate art from artists, fine.
No,
but like you don't have to also if you don't want to.
Yeah.
It's really like, and also don't put people on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
I mean, really, truly. I mean, kind of like on a bigger level though. Like, we're kind of in the same boat as like the wrestlers are. Like, Vince is the reason that they have everything they have. Vince is the reason that we grew up with what we had
Sure.
Our childhood is wrestling, you know what I mean? Like,
No.
he's the reason of that, but it's also good that we get the feeling of it that we do is because of Vince, man.
It definitely makes it hard to like condemn him as a person because you're so attached to it. But again, I can see both sides of it, and it's just not as black and white as people sometimes make it out to be. It's like, don't watch WWE anymore.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, well, yes, but also like, not everyone in WWE is like.
Yeah.
Exactly. Don't punish the whole roster and everybody there because of one person's actions.
And for
It's
some
not
of
right.
us, wrestling is like, our escape, our entertainment, and I mean, not having it is it sucks. And
No.
if this ends up killing the company,
It's not going to. I believe. Apparently, Emmanuel, his daughter's been working there for a minute.
Ariana.
So I mean, if they needed to prune somebody out of there, I mean, I don't see TKO waiting around at all to
Exactly.
take
They'd be
care
like,
of
let's
shit.
get all this shit out the way right now.
But I mean,
you're right.
yeah,
If they were gonna do something, you think that they already would have.
yeah, and honestly, we probably wouldn't know about it. It would probably be very quiet because obviously everything else is on such a high level.
Yeah.
And that itself has a lot of people brought in.
Yeah.
So if there's somebody to be gone, we won't know about it.
It is very interesting that they brought in The Rock because he's got goodwill with people for the most part, I would say.
No.
Obviously not as a character, but
No. But he's so high level that if he messes up, like, it blows up a lot of bridges.
Yeah.
His football ties, his movies, all that stuff. He's done enough over the years to bring good graces to every partnership.
The Rock thing was definitely like a PR thing for sure.
No.
And it's, it is what it is. Anyway, sorry about the the moral talk. What's wrong is one right. Do whatever you want.
No.
Do whatever you want to do.
If
But
you're a
make sure you follow us on all social media platforms.
What is it? Where do people find us?
I gotta remember this. Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
Twitter, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Facebook,
Facebook page. Brand new.
Bang.
YouTube, TikTok,
Exactly.
Pornhub.
I'm gonna get an episode on there. I need to make an account, and I'm kind of afraid to I don't know what's gonna happen. With that site is full of malware and stuff.
Hey man,
I just don't want my computer to get fucked up.
it'd be pretty cool though. Look up Midwest Midcard, and there we are, just right there, bro. Hell yeah!
I'm telling you, I will tell you, and I'll do it.
I'll just go to beat off one day, and I'll just be like,
Wait a minute, on the front page.
"Oh hell yeah!"
At Midwest Midcard on everything.
Everything. That's right.
Where do people find Logan?
You find Logan at LDC 0707.
Perfect, Brennan.
You find me at Grown Ass Baby 26 all over the place.
And I am at Eric Carlos 97. On everything, Twitter. Don't actually just follow me on Twitter. Don't follow me on anything
Yeah,
else.
just follow me on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been promoting those edits on Twitter because Twitter is still the Wild West. TikTok is done with copyrighted
They're
sounds.
they're every time you post one, they're like, nope.
Yeah, it's muted. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yep.
And I think it's affecting the rest of the account. So I just took them out, honestly.
Really.
Yeah, I just don't want them to shadow ban the account
Facts.
because
We've
of
got a
the
lot of
ads.
love on there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What else? What else have we been doing? I mean, the Facebook page is new, right?
Yeah.
We were able to accomplish the three-way. How's your arm?
It's good.
Is it good?
Yeah, yeah.
What about you, Logan? You feeling good?
I'm great.
I know it's tough, and I mean, obviously I have the stand, but it's just. I just
If you
want
got it, use it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just like Drake, if you got it, flaunt it, bro. Shit.
the big thing.
A big old dang-a-lang dang.
I know you haven't stopped thinking.
Bro, I don't actually.
You're like, let me see one more time.
Bro, I pulled it up the other day at work, and they were just like, no.
At work.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm like, ha ha ha.
How'd you pull that thing up and not hurt your back?
Bro, I got it on my phone, dog. You know what, y'all? Next week, we're going to find out who this new predictions champion is. And I can tell you one
There's no
thing
new.
right now.
There's no new.
It's going to be May.
Perfect. And you wanna who should sign us? Should we try to sign all of us
We'll
like
just
at the same time?
yeah. Ready?
Ready?
Don't forget to
Live, laugh, love, and wrestle.
We'll see you next week.
Bang.
Peace.
There we go. You gotta make them look good. This ain't AEW.